Comfort scriptures for loss, verses to hold when words fail. Maybe you have reached the place tonight where you have run out of things to say. Not because nothing hurts, but because the hurt has grown too large for words, and every sentence you try to form falls quiet before it leaves you. If that is where you are, you do not have to find the words here either. You only have to listen. We are going to sit together for a few unhurried minutes, and we are going to let Scripture say what you cannot. There is nothing for you to fix, nothing for you to feel a certain way, nothing for you to perform. You are allowed to simply be a person who is carrying a loss, in the quiet, held by something gentler than you expected. When words fail, the old words remain. They have held grieving people for thousands of years, and they will hold you too. Let them come slowly. The first is a psalm you may already half know. Let it arrive as if for the first time. Psalm 23. Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Hear that one line again, slowly. He restores my soul. Not, you must restore your own. Not, you should be further along by now. The restoring is his work, and it is patient, and it does not require you to be strong tonight. The shepherd does not scold the tired sheep. He leads it, gently, to the water, and he waits while it drinks. He knows the weight you are carrying, and he does not ask you to set it down before you are able. He only asks you to keep walking beside him. And the psalm walks on, into the very valley where you may be standing. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Notice the small, important word. Through. You are walking through the valley, not into it to stay. And you do not walk it alone. The verse does not promise that there is no valley, and it does not pretend the shadow is not real. It promises only this: you are with me. That is the whole of the comfort. Not an explanation for why this happened. Not a reason that ties the loss up neatly. Only a presence. Someone beside you in the dark who is not afraid of the dark, who has walked this valley before, and who will not leave you in the middle of it. The next verse is shorter, and it speaks to the exact wound you carry. Psalm 147, verse 3. He heals the broken in heart, and binds up their wounds. Sit with the tenderness of that picture. He binds up their wounds. This is the language of careful hands, of a wound cleaned and wrapped slowly so that it can mend. Your heart is not too broken for this. There is no breakage here that puts you outside his reach, no grief so deep that it falls past the bottom of his care. He does not stand back from the worst of it. He kneels down close, and he tends what is torn, at the pace that healing actually keeps, which is slower than we wish, and surer than we fear. You may not feel the mending tonight. That is all right. The binding of a wound happens quietly, under the cloth, in the dark, long before the ache is gone. And then a promise that looks past tonight, all the way to the end of all sorrow. Revelation 21, verse 4. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more, neither will there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain any more, for the first things have passed away. Read it gently, because grief can make a promise this large feel far away. But notice how close, how personal, it really is. He will wipe away every tear. Not, The tears will simply dry on their own. Every tear is seen. Every tear is counted. Every tear is met by a hand that wipes it from your face himself. There is coming a day with no more parting, no more empty chair at the table, no more goodbyes said too soon. That day is not yet here. But it is sure. And on the nights when this one is all you can hold, it is enough to know that the last word over your story is not loss. The last word is comfort. The final verse is the smallest, and perhaps the most surprising of them all. Matthew 5, verse 4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Hear what is not being said. It does not say, blessed are those who have stopped mourning. It does not say, blessed are those who have moved on, or pulled themselves together, or found the silver lining by now. It says, blessed are those who mourn. The grief itself is not a failure of faith. Your tears are not a sign that something is wrong with you, or that you are not trusting hard enough. To mourn is to have loved, and the one who made you for love does not turn away from your sorrow. He calls it blessed. And he attaches a promise to it that he fully intends to keep. They shall be comforted. Not, they must comfort themselves. The comfort is coming toward you. It may come slowly, in small mercies, over a longer time than you would ever choose. But it is coming, because he said it would, and he does not break his word. So let these be the words you hold when your own run out. The shepherd who walks the valley with you. The healer who binds the broken heart. The promise of a day with no more tears. The blessing spoken over the very grief you are carrying tonight. You do not have to hold all of it at once. Choose one line. Let it be enough for now. You can come back for the rest tomorrow. Now, before you go, receive this quietly. May the God of all comfort meet you in the place words cannot reach. May he be the stillness beneath your sorrow, and the presence beside you in the dark, and the gentle hand that binds what is broken. And may you rest, even a little, in the knowledge that you are not carrying this alone. If these quiet minutes met you, Stilling Waves makes journals for this kind of walk. The link is below. Go gently.